I'm Eunice Lorde. Welcome to the dynamic world of communication. Today we will be looking at verbal communication. As you know, we communicate with our entire bodies. We cannot not communicate. Today we will be looking at 10 verbal communication tips. Be friendly. People who communicate with a friendly tone and warm smile almost always have the edge. Do you know that you can hear a smile? Next time you are speaking to someone on the telephone, listen carefully for the smile if there is one. It makes a difference to the interaction. The reason is simple. We are drawn to people who make us feel good and bring more enjoyment into our lives. Think. Think before you speak. One English proverb is, better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Some thought before expressing makes the world of a difference to the recipient. Many people say whatever goes through their minds without putting any thought into what they are saying. That, in a nutshell, cannot be good. Be clear. In this busy world of many messages and information overload, it is critical that your message be clear. Most of us don't have the time, nor do we want to spend our emotional energy to figure out what someone else is trying to say. Ask yourself, what is the clearest way I can communicate this point? Don't talk too much. Don't monopolize the conversation. People value others who can listen. Very few people like to be around someone who talks too much and dominates the conversation. Imagine hearing this. Last week I met with a personal chef. At first I was impressed with him and considered hiring him for an upcoming event. However, the more he talked, the less impressed I became. Be real and true. This garners respect more than being an imposter or a pretender. People are attracted to someone who speaks from the heart and is genuine, transparent, and real. Practice humility. Humility, as we know, is having a modest view of one's own importance. It is one of the most attractive personality traits one can possess and is one of the most significant predictors of someone who is respected. Speak with confidence. You don't have to sacrifice self-confidence to practice humility. Speaking with confidence includes the words you choose, the tone of your voice, your eye contact, and body language. Focus on your body language. Awareness of your body language will help in conveying the total meaning of your message. Your body language communicates respect and interest. It puts real meaning behind your words. Be concise. Very few things are more irritating than when someone can't get to the point of what he or she is trying to say. Plan ahead. Constantly ask yourself, how can I say what needs to be said using the fewest number of words possible while still being courteous and respectful? Learn to listen. Being an attentive listener is more important in verbal communication than any words that can come out of your mouth. Listening is one of the most important skills in verbal communication. Note that we have 2 ears to listen twice as much as we speak. Please take the time to watch the video on I'm listening. Wait, what?
Peter, I want to talk to you about this afternoon's client meeting because there's something very particular I wanted to make sure that you know about the way
Yeah, I know. We got to get the food there on time this time, Joanne.
Yes, we have to get the food on time, but
So
that's not it.
embarrassing.
This is a culturally different group than what we're used to.
Well, we can't order Chinese food?
No, it's not the Chinese food. It's that this group manages Q&A differently.
I just want to make sure that Chinese food is better than it was last time.
It's not the food. It's
so
the Q&A.
Embarrassing both times. I can't believe it.
Peter, it's the way they manage Q&A.
Q&A is not a problem for me, Joanne. I'm really fine with Q&A. It's where I shine.
It's not you. It's them.
How's
they
my
don't.
tie?
The tie's fine.
Okay, good. Don't worry about the Q&A. It'll be fine. I'll see you later.
Peter, you're not listening to me.
Ignore distractions and focus. First, don't interrupt. Second, make good eye contact. And third, paraphrase for understanding.
Peter, I want to talk to you about this afternoon's client meeting because there's something very particular I want to make sure you know about this group.
All right, what is it?
Well, they're a Japanese group. They don't interact during Q&A in the same way.
So what does it mean for me?
Well, it means that you should probably plan to lecture a little bit more and then break into smaller groups. Don't expect the same amount of interaction.
Okay, so for Q&A, really don't expect that lecture more because they're not going to say too much.
Exactly.
Got
That's it.
Okay, see you later.
Good. And hey, I like that tie.
For consulting services and tips, go to don'tquityourdayjob.net.
And in conclusion, we have a quote from Ted Smith. How you communicate with others verbally plays a defining role in your personal brand, impacting both your personal and professional life.
How to improve your communication skills. You can talk, but can you make them hear? Timing and strategy are everything when it comes to communicating your point. You will need clear speaking, key phrases, vocal skills, eye contact, hand gestures, listening skills, a large vocabulary, open-ended questions, and empathy. Optional, a good memory, and anger management. Step 1. Enunciate clearly and speak slowly enough to be understood. Get it right the first time. Step 2. Listen actively, reinforcing their message with statements such as, "Yes, I see." Restate their points with instant feedback like, "What I hear you saying is," so they know they have been heard. Step 3. Animate your conversations by avoiding a monotone. Modulate your pitch. Deepen your voice by speaking from your diaphragm. Step 4. Establish eye contact or you risk being perceived as insecure and incompetent. Use hand gestures to emphasize points. Remembering names is a sign of respect and willingness to pay attention to others. Step 5. Study and use an ever-expanding vocabulary to gain attention and respect for what you have to say. Step 6. Use open-ended questions starting with what, where, why, and when to ensure a balanced give and take. Manage your anger or you will continually miscommunicate with others and undermine their trust in what you have to say. Step 7. Remain positive and show empathy. Refrain from making assumptions about others or weighing the conversation down with antagonism. Did you know? Patients of doctors trained in communication are significantly more likely to follow prescribed medical treatment programs.
Please make use of these tips for improved communication. Now you can complete the communication quiz activity on the Moodle platform. Thank you for listening.